geek protagonist here. And yeah, this stuff is cracking me up. So we got news that they were going to take Blade, but yet, you know, people are denying the MCU and all this stuff, right? And they were going to possibly make Blade the fourth character behind 4 female leads in his own movie. Come on, son. Stop pushing, stop forcing this diversity women stuff down our throat. I want a strong female lead that's not about, well, F the patriarchy. Like, no, just make her awesome. Like, this is goofy what y'all are trying to do at Marvel and stuff like that. And this leads into this. Like, this goes to show you just how ridiculous it is. And people who keep fighting it or going, or like the people, like when I said some stuff about She-Hulk being trash and really, really turned me off to Marvel. There's people that are sitting there like, yeah, no, if you were offended by this, that means they were talking about you. No, I'm offended that the fact that you sacrificed a great story that could have been in there for someone who lawyer stuff doesn't make sense. It's not a funny show. And together, the people don't write comedies or lawyer stuff. So it's like, and they weren't even interested in doing a superhero show. What are we talking about here? Which leads me to this trailer that I am seeing that people are swearing that Marvel is back. Because Marvel's back, baby! Marvel's back! Because of a stupid trailer? Come on. Come on, son. And, sorry, I had to pause the video for a second. I had to do something. But yeah, I think I'm trying to remember where I left off. But basically, yeah, I'm seeing people like, Marvel's back, baby! Marvel's back! And I'm like, so it just took one decent trailer to get you back on board? You shills. But when DC's actually producing better content, and for people that jump on my thing and go, no, this movie's trash. No, I need you to tell me why. I need you to explain to me how the DC stuff is way worse than any of the garbage Marvel's putting out. Because I don't see it. Now, I haven't watched Shazam! Fury of the Gods. But everything else I've watched has actually been a pretty fun experience. And for most people I talk to, they've also had a fun experience. So no, I just think there's people that are DC haters. And don't get me wrong, when DC does something bad, I'll call them out too, because Wonder Woman 84 was not good. So don't even try to go, oh, the DC thing. No, DC's been, in my opinion, has been more enjoyable in their films, where I've had a nicer time than I have with Marvel's, where I get frustrated. And it cracks me up that people are just sitting there going, Marvel's back, and I'm like, okay. So Echo is supposed to be, and I seen some people online too, they're like, oh, for all the people who said, who needs this? Oh, look at it, look at you now. This is a side character. I'm like, yeah, once they realized that they used a deaf person already in the Eternals, which makes no sense whatsoever. Not saying anything against the actress. That's stupid. Because if you're going to make, first off, you're going to make perfect humans, then they're not going to have any ailments at all. They're not going to have anything at all. Also, to me, I'm like, was she even deaf? Really? Was she? Because she could hear everything, some vibration. So it was really weird how they tried to pull that off just to put a person in there. Echo, who's a deaf character, they had to take it a step further by making her have a missing leg. Like, you see what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't actually think the actress who played Echo was a bad job or anything. It's the reasoning behind why I'm seeing them escalate what they're doing. I actually think the actress probably could pull this off pretty well. I thought she wasn't terrible as Echo, for the most part. Hawkeye as a whole, I didn't think was a horrible series. But you got to look at it like this. You see Phase 4. You hear the stuff about Blade. And people see Kingpin do something, and it's like, okay, that was awesome. Like, I don't think the trailer looked bad. Me and my boy were like, actually, this looks good. And then I started to think about it. And I'm like, You know, it's funny. This kind of feels like a Netflix thing. Me and we're saying that. And then I thought about it and I'm like, do I want the Netflix stuff? Yes. Do I think Marvel can handle it? No. I don't have the confidence because their stuff has been bad. Blade should be like that too. So should what's it called? Moon Knight. And Moon Knight wasn't like that. I haven't finished Moon Knight yet. But Moon Knight wasn't like that. There should be more, like, it should be like this when it's street level kind of characters and you read Moon Knight. So my big thing is this. I'm not saying this series is going to be bad. What I've seen of it so far, I actually like the trailer, but I also liked Quantumania's trailer. And take out Kang and that movie is basically next to unwatchably frustrating. So all I'm saying is don't sit there and get your hopes up, because in all honesty, it feels in an aspect more of the same, because it feels like Marvel, and with the reshoots and everything, it feels like Marvel is trying to get you back, which they should, but it honestly feels like desperation. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like they're desperate, and they were probably going to go the story with one way, and now they have to go a completely different way because they realize people are not watching their stuff as Disney as a whole. So I don't know. On the aspect of the trailer looked good. It's one of the better trailers. It actually got me thinking, like, okay, this doesn't look bad. So that's a good part. The bad part is that what I've heard about with Blade and Mahershala Ali, what I've seen with Wakanda Forever, and the things that I liked versus the things I didn't like, and just the She-Hulk and the Secret Invasion, yeah, they have to go to the drawing board. That's why I heard about the thing they did with Daredevil, because I haven't been able to talk about all these. So, like, I think it's a good idea. You need to get back to basics, number one. Number two, people aren't going to just eat up everything you buy. Like, the Marvels, that movie's going to do bad, because think about it. Nobody really watched Miss Marvel. And that's nothing against the show. It's just facts. I know some people are like, but, no, there is no but. When it's facts, it's facts. Stop fighting the facts. The facts is, nobody watched Miss Marvel. Only a certain amount of people watched WandaVision. And Monica Rambeau, who I love, by the way, and I bought her, getting her new comic that she had, because I think that character is amazing. She's one of the best, coolest characters Marvel has, and I feel like they've barely done anything with her in the comics. So, you know, leader of the Avengers, so don't come at me. No, Monica Rambeau is amazing. Her and Elsa Bloodstone were actually the reason why I ended up getting into Next Wave, Agents of Hate. Because of those two characters. So, I don't want to hear no garbage from anybody. The point being, you had to watch WandaVision. And then Nick Fury. Like, a lot of this is like Captain Marvel and all the TV people. And a lot of people are not doing all the Disney Plus. Now, Werewolf by Night was very good. So I'm wondering if they felt that vibe and saw that positivity and decided, hey, maybe we should, follow suit. Because I think they're doing Werewolf by Night in color, or they did it or something. And yes, for those kind of characters, that grittiness works, and it should be. They need to get back to different stories equal different characters equal different stories equal entertainment. And stop with the message, 100%. Disney as a whole needs to 100% full stop with the messaging. Because the fact that I'm insulted that Ahsoka did worse than Andor. And I haven't sat down to watch Ahsoka yet. I've had other stuff going on. I haven't had the time to sit down and watch everything. I did watch Captain Laserhawk because I got to do a video about that. But it's insulting. Because I love Rebels and I am going to watch it. I just waited till it all ends. I'm not watching things week to week. Forget all that. No more of that. That's dumb. You're not going to sit here and try to make me pay. Oh, we're going to give it weeks to pay. No, you need to just drop the content and just make better content. How about that? So, I'm not saying this is going to look bad, but this does feel like a little bit of desperation. It definitely feels like they're just trying to possibly carbon copy Netflix. which could be a good thing or could be a bad thing. It depends on how they handle it and who's writing it. Now, if Echo is really good, maybe this is a step in the right direction for course correction, because never ever come out with anything like She-Hulk again. And for all the people, oh, we like She-Hulk. You look at the ratings. You're either lying or you did, but most of the people that did wouldn't be online trying to champion it, especially since we've been finding out that a lot of these things that are harassing critics and stuff are bots. Since HBO admitted it, and I guarantee you if HBO is doing it, other ones are doing it too. Where they have bots going in there going after people who criticize them. Because instead of trying to make a better product, they just want to blame everyone else and call them every name in the book. So I'm going to end this like this. And this is kind of a rant, but I'm just playing a little bit of catch up because I've had issues recording. Echo possibly could look good, or looks good, and could possibly be good. That does not change all the stuff that they've done to date. I need to see more changes around the board. When you do a female lead, I need to see them actually be a character, not a caricature, not a voice against the patriarchy. Not like, I'm tired of that. Stop doing that dumb stuff. I'm sick of, but there is no patriarchy. If there's patriarchy, you wouldn't be able to speak. How about that? And people are like, that's not what patriarchy means. Yes, it does. If men ran everything the way you're talking, you would be in a society that you literally wouldn't have an opinion as a female. So stop that. How about we do stories about, if you want to do an oppression story, okay. But Captain Marvel, the whole time, was everyone's just holding her back. She was already perfect and the bestest of the bestest. And everybody was just trying to hold her back. That man that was training her was trying to hold her back. And the man over, like, no. Stop all of that garbage. Echo looks promising. Focus on character, focus on build. If she is the way she is in the trailer, that is something. Because she's just doing her thing, and that's what will make her a cool character. That's what makes Daredevil cool, and a lot of these other characters. Iron Man. It was because they were characters with flaws that they had to get over and change and grow. And when it feels like with women like Captain Marvel and things like that, and She-Hulk, it wasn't that they had to grow, it was the world around them needed to change and catch up. So we'll see what this is about. Still looks a little bit more of the same-ish. If I get a good solid story with some really gritty violence and stuff like that, I am down for that, because that is in the vein of Echo. And I want the street characters to be more like that, like with Punisher, if they do another Punisher, or if they do Daredevil. Like, that grittiness is what people like, because it felt grounded, as it should. That's why Daredevil's comics do well. But we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic overall of that this show will be pretty decent. But I don't have any confidence in Disney. They got to build that back up, and literally I'm to a point where I'm having trouble getting through other shows because of how bad they've done with things like She-Hulk. And while I'm focused on She-Hulk, Hulk is my jam, and She-Hulk, I love her too, because she's connected to Hulk. So, Geek Protagonist, tell me what you think in the comments. You stay safe, you stay healthy, stay real, and I'll see you.